I just had.
Oh, you had another precept?
I was just finding that one about, what we was called heathens and kings, I think it was. Ephesians 2 and 11.
Yeah, down to 12, I believe.
This is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh.
You being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, meaning you were acting like a heathen.
Yep.
And it's a comma after Gentiles, because why? That's going to define what a Gentile is. Go ahead, Op.
Who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
All right, because of Yada people also, when you go back to the physical circumcision, going back to the time of the Greeks, they stopped circumcising because they wanted to become Greeks by culture. So they basically stopped circumcising their kids as well. So they were called Gentiles, and they were called the uncircumcision as well, which it tells you in the scriptures when you go back into the law that the uncircumcised is the other nations. That's why when David was going up against Goliath and them, he said these uncircumcised.
Right.
That was a call. That's what you call the heathen.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Keep going to 12. I believe 12 should finish it off a little bit.
All right. Verse 12. That at this time ye were without Mashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise.
Yeah, that's it.
Having no hope, and without Yahweh in the world.
That's what you saw with those girls.
That's right.
They had no hope. You see that? What a lot of people understand is that our people without Yahweh Shai are hopeless, so they exhibit hopeless behavior.
That's right.
Like Tupac would always say, "I'm hopeless." Hopeless.
Yep.
Then you exhibit self-destructive behavior.
Yeah.
Because you have no hope. And deep down inside, Jake feels it, man.
Yeah.
And that's why you see the rebellion upticking. Because when stuff starts happening and people don't understand why it's happening, it goes up to a higher level of rebellion.
Yeah.
Like what happened with a lot of Jakes in the 60s. A lot of people don't understand the psychology of what happened when Martin Luther King got killed. We tell you he was set up. He probably didn't know it until the end.
Yeah.
But he was set up, and when he got killed, that a lot of Jakes in that generation, they started going real left.
Yeah. And that's also an example of making men your strength, man.
That's right.
Because see, they was following under Martin Luther King, and when their Messiah was gone, the flock, the sheep scattered.
That's right. And that's when all hell broke loose, man.
Yep.
All hell, lowest conditions of Jake broke loose after that man's death, dude.
Yep, right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right here.
Oh, go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 32. And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all that will, let me start over. And that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all that ye say, we will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries to serve wood and stone.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
God dog, man. And man, look at that.
That's heavy, man.
That is heavy, man. That puts people in a weakened state. It's like those sisters that was on that thing, man. Those sisters are doing that on the Sabbath day. Those women are in a weakened state, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They have no guidance, no instruction. Obviously, the men who are in their lives are not men of understanding, man.
And a lot of them don't want men of understanding.
Yeah.
You know, that's how heavy it is. Because I seen a girl, she's from your side, Doc. She's from the Mississippi. She's a big time model fitness girl, Jake, from Mississippi. And she had a list talking about she had her therapist had made her create a list of what kind of man she wants. And the first thing she says, she got to have faith in God.
Yeah.
And then everything else is just like some just weirdos left field stuff. So what God is she talking about, man?
Yeah.
I guarantee you it ain't talking about keeping the laws, keeping righteousness.
She talking about the God of Tammuz.
Yeah, she's talking about a different power, man.
Yep.
So she's talking about you got to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's.
Exactly.
That's the God she's talking about. You got to believe in.
Yeah, and that weakens you, man.
Yeah.
That weakens you when you abide like that. So when the enemy comes with that scourge, man, you're gonna be caught up in that thing, man.
Yeah.
When he comes as a flood upon you, being that you are not underneath that umbrella of righteousness, under the wing of protection of Yahweh, man, while Yahweh Shai, man, you're gonna get taken by that, man. And your enemies, Don't matter. Hey, the time for tears won't be then, man. It's gonna be too late for tears.
Yeah.
You know.
That's like you said, when y'all called, you didn't hearken.
You didn't hearken.
You didn't answer.
But see, if you were to abide in those scriptures, according to the laws, statutes, and commandments, having faith in Yahweh Shai, believing in the Gospels that He rose on the third day, these are all aspects that you need to have in your being, to where that your enemy, even if he comes through like a flood, man, the Most High can sway him to be a helper to you, man.
Yeah.
Man, get Ezra, I think that's Ezra 6.
Book of Ezra?
Yeah, book of Ezra chapter 6. 6 and, I think that's 21. 6 and 21. Yeah, 21 on down.
This is the book of Ezra, chapter 6, verse 21. And the children of Israel, which were come again out of captivity, and all such as had separated themselves unto them from the filthiness of the heathen of the land.
So see here, it's stating that the children of Israel separated themselves from the filthiness of the heathen of the land.
And it even goes further than that, Ark. And these days, that's even talking about Israel that are acting like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you got guys that's on some all save all Israel, and you've got people that are just, we could be around them, like it says in the scriptures. You can't you remove yourself from the world. That's on the way.
Right.
But you can't be joining yourself unto them.
That's right.
It tells you that about make yourself not unequally yoked.
Right.
So we got to be mindful of that in these times,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep on going. I'll wait till you. Okay.
And the children of Israel, which were come again out of captivity, and all such as had separated themselves unto them from the filthiness of the heathen of the land, to seek Yahweh thy power of Israel, did eat. And kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with joy. For Yahweh had made them joyful, and turned the heart of the king of Assyria unto them, to strengthen their hands in the work of the house of Yahweh.
Look at that. So he made his enemy to be a help unto Israel.
The king of what?
Assyria.
Does it say the Syrian?
Yeah.
Assyria, yeah.
Okay.
So he made the king of Assyria, who is the enemy of Israel, to be a help, and he strengthened the hands of Israel.
That's right.
So he strengthened the hand of Israel. So now, this is because, what did they do? They forsook the ways of the heathen, man. They separated themselves from the pollution of those heathen, and then the Most High made their enemy to be at peace with them. You see what I'm saying?
Just looking for that scripture.
You see?
Go ahead. You can it now.
Oh yeah, no, you go ahead and bring it out again, man, if you can find it. But see, that's the beautiful thing about Yahweh, man. If you turn to your power, look what He'll do. He'll turn it around for you, man.
I think there's another one is it in Judges 11? I'll find it.
I don't know. Let's see.
No, go to Jeremiah 15 and 11. I knew it's 11 or something. Go to Jeremiah 15 and 11.
Yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. To know that the Most High has your back like that.
You make your enemies be at peace with you.
Make your enemies be at peace.
That's it.
Oh, good.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 11. Yahweh said, verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction.
Beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
And you brought that. You talked about it earlier too.
Yeah.
About how that could happen.
That can happen.
That was before we started camp.
Yeah, man. That can happen, man. He'll make your people and make the enemy and treat you good during those times.
And said the remnant.
Yeah.
So that's going to be for the remnant is going to get that.
Who is the remnant?
Yeah.
The remnant, speaking of the elect, man.
Yeah, not the remnant of the people is the elect, not all Israel.
Not all Israel. The remnant of the people is the elect. And so when you're looking at that, man, That's a beautiful thing. So you see, man, that's why, man, brothers who are out on these highways and byways, man, you really, we don't know if we the elect or not, but it's a high possibility.
Yeah, as long as
we stay within this, into the confines of these scriptures, following the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You know, and prayerfully we are, man. Prayerfully we are, and prayerfully we stay upon this path, you know, and not deter, not be knocked off, man. Pray the will of that Yahweh be upon us for righteousness, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're in the times of like really wanting to have those type of things, man.
Yeah.
Being treated well, and there's a correlation with submitting yourself to the Most High, and getting protection, like all the stuff that's brought out in the Chronicles. Being entreated well in the time of our affliction, like you brought out in Ezra.
Right.
So. They're all tied one to another, and what the job of the other nations is to keep you away from that, so that way you don't get the deliverance that you need.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, Most High sent an angel to kill 180 some thousand men.
Yeah, that's right.
Mind about that, just listen to some of God's word.
Oh yeah, bro.
That's fine.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing, man. When he makes your enemies be at peace with you when you do those things that please him, man. And if you're not doing those things that please him, what's gonna happen, man? The enemy will come up on you and wreck shop.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, and like I said earlier, man, the time for tears will be gone then. Having mercy, when the time of mercy was given, they didn't accept it, man. So the thing is, Messiah come in and he'll clean your clock.
Yeah, grace is a grace period that has an expiration date.
Yeah, it has an expiration date on it. So
you know, I said grace has an expiration date. You know what I'm saying? Grace has an expiration date.
Yeah, it does.
Just like you know,
because he giving you the grace right now to have the freedom to do that which is right. But if you pick or choose that which is wrong, you know,
all right. Yeah,
protection is taken off.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's right. What I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. So, bro, you know, we got to be cognizant of the way we behaving in this time, because as this clock is ticking, that's right. Once that clock hits that zero, ain't no more time left.
You know, it's like we were just talking about the enemies. It's ways. You know, Psalms 83 will describe and tell you who your enemies are.
Right.
But it's actions that these enemies do to let you know who they are. You
That's right. It tells you in the Sirach.
I got it right here.
Come on, I already know what you got, man.
Right. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10.
Exactly.
Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Ooh. So when iron get wet, it's guaranteed to rust.
Yeah, that's the process of rust coming to it. So even with your enemy,
that's right. And your enemy is guaranteed to show his wickedness towards you.
Yeah,
that's right.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
Look at that.
That's that slickness.
That's it.
You know, he gonna come to you crouching, acting like, oh, I'm so innocent, I love you.
But as soon as you turn it back,
that's right. And he gonna show his wickedness. Verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Oh, look at that.
Just like in the scriptures in the book of Ezra, which we were just in. I think it tell you where the heathens seek to worship our God. You know, they always wanted to take our place.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
That's right, man.
So set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And go ahead.
Yeah, because see, when they do that, man, when they sitting at your right hand, they get all that information. They're They're like, how will we handle this? How will we handle that? How do you do this? How do you do that? They get as much information as they can, so that they can take you down and replace you, man.
you.
And that's exactly what Esau has done, man.
That's
He
right.
replaced us. Look at these people, man.
Yeah.
They counterfeits in that land, man.
They did that in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, did it in the Middle Ages. And look, they were advisors. It's almost reversed. Like they was like the European boule, so to speak.
Yeah,
Right?
they had their own groups. That's how heavy it is, man.
Yeah.
Well, which time permits, we'll
We
get
go-
into all that stuff, but that's how heavy it is, man. They did the same thing. They were advisors and the councils for kings and rulers.
Exactly, man. That's right.
And eventually just got enough information to overtake.
To overtake.
I was watching this brother's lesson, and you know how Esau steals everybody's identity.
Yep.
He was saying they would even, he said in a couple years they probably would claim to be Martin Luther King or Malcolm X.
Michael Jordan, bro. They got the CGI for it now, too.
Yeah, they go in and just take a person's identity.
That's right.
Yeah, that stuff was heavy, man. He was last everything.
Hey, last everything. Last samurai. Last everything.